want to connect with people and think that something's normal, but it's actually distorted, and they were restricted from seeking out other groups or seeking out other outside opinions. Maybe somebody made somebody their responsibility. But I feel like something's missing here. Like it feels like a setup, y'all. Like it feels like a bad deal. Like it was likely always going to turn out shitty. But I feel like, you know, you can create illusions, right? You can create illusions if you get enough people to validate externally, to make it seem completely normal. Like they know what they're talking about. Well, obviously they've done this like a lot, so they know what they're talking about. Or like they're the ones with the experience. Like they know what, you know. No, they know how to seem like they know what they're talking about. What do you mean? You're just gonna believe that they know because of their delivery? Because when you know in the past that they have done some things that are questionable? No. Like you don't. No. No. You gotta hold space to think for yourself and scope out the situation. So I got new decks, guys. This is so exciting. Look. Okay. What gossip? Let's go, y'all. Let's get it. Okay. And then I also got. So thank you to anybody who donated or gifted me for my birthday, because I made that day and the day after, like, anything that went towards me I spent on new decks, guys. This is the other one. So we're about to get it in. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. What's up, soul family? Make sure you're following your girl. Thanks so much for the taps and the gifts and all that good jam. All right, let's see. Thanks for helping me build a fun and safe community where your truth isn't crazy and you can express yourself and not feel timid to ask questions or say the wrong thing and then feel embarrassed. That's not gonna happen here. We don't do that. Okay. We no. Okay. If you ended up here, it's not a coincidence. You might be somebody that needed, you know, to be restabilized because everybody made you think that you're the problem or you're crazy. You're not, probably. You were probably directed here for this reason, for protection, to know that there's people that like you. Okay, like it's not you, probably. All right, what is going on, Spirit? What is the message? Okay, let's see. Ooh, here we go. Cunning fox. Look. Cleverness. This is trickery. This is a trickster spirit. Quickly discover your hidden talents. Oh my God, this is so on point. Yes, they scan you for your skills that they can exploit, devaluing them to the group while fixating on it when they converse with you alone, and making it cool, but only if you use it the way that they suggest. Well, why don't you do it this way? I mean, it's useless now, but like it could be cool if you did this, you know, like that's the type of shit I'm talking about. Why isn't it cool just as it is? Like, why is it only cool if I do it like this? You know what I mean? But people that are timid and unsure, because maybe they don't get a lot of sense of belonging, or maybe they've been made to feel like they're a little odd, but instead of, you know, accepting that and celebrating everybody's unique qualities, you know, they ran into situations where they had to shrink themselves in order to not be afraid of standing out too much, or, you know, because they're sensitive and they don't want to feel that way. They don't want to feel like that. Nobody should have to feel like that. But, you know, shitty people have you walking on eggshells, you know. Meanwhile, then they're nice when nobody's around. And they bring you around just to, you know, tell jokes and jest, and for whatever reason, all of a sudden, here you go, you're in the spotlight, and they're laughing at you, and Your face is turning red and you're like, well, I thought you said that. Okay. Making you more insecure and destabilized. That's not the right people to be around. I don't care how much you want to belong, you don't belong there. Okay? It's a test. And learn your lesson. I'm sure this is what's happening here. Okay, elegant horse. Somebody is not an elegant. Somebody could have the Chinese zodiac with the horse. Somebody here blocks movement. They block freedom. They're not elegant at all, but they probably have some kind of gift of gab, and they seem like they're the confident, they know what they're doing, because they speak as though like a person who's comfortable with what they're saying. And why the hell would you do that unless you know what you're saying? Well, because this person is delusional and they don't have any empathy and they're a predator. But they're going to con you in some kind of a way while also bringing you into the group and giving you this illusion that you're now an important member of our society. Meanwhile, it's like you'll be the first one they scapegoat out of nowhere when things go wrong, and nobody's going to listen to you because they've already set it up, the narrative in advance. And you literally get, like, duped, y'all. Don't allow it to happen. And if it happens, don't make it make you sad. Be glad you got shut up, because it, just know that is very toxic. You just dodged 10 bullets, y'all. Okay, that's why you protect yourself. You protect what you got. Protect those skills. Don't allow anyone to tell you how to use them, especially if you had no interest in doing it like that before and you know it's shady. Okay, especially if it's shady or illegal or whatever. Okay, especially if you know that, like, it's wrong. Okay, this is somebody who blocks intuition. And anybody who has leadership qualities, they quickly devalue them and also comfort you at the same time. It's okay. No. Like, I mean, I'm not saying it's the worst thing. I mean, if you used it like, if you did it like this, maybe it'd be, but you don't want to seem strange, you know, like, you know, it's just not like, you know, I know what I'm talking about. Do you? I think you're a crap pile that just is so used to taking people's gifts, blocking them, blocking people's destinies, you know, playing marionette here towards good people and traumatizing them and getting other people on board to do it, not knowing everything that is involved or all of the details. Okay, somebody has extreme strength here, so they came for a tiger, and I feel like this is you, collective. I feel like you have this instinct to, it's like, see the look of that tiger, the eye of the tiger. It's like, okay, there's something wrong with this energy here, and I'm gonna warn you, friend, boyfriend, lover, girlfriend, mom, co-worker. I'm not the most popular person in this dynamic, okay? And maybe I'm not as cool and reckless, okay? Because I don't want to go out to those things with you guys because I have more important shit to do. But that doesn't mean that I'm jealous or trying to keep you from having a social life. No. Specifically, you could have told this person, because you really do have leadership qualities, and you could have realized that this person didn't want you to be the influencer of this person, and they didn't want somebody to trust their intuition. So you could have known that, you could have tried to protect somebody, but you could have known that this was not going to be productive, whatever this was, that this is not something you should be curious about. Be curious about other things. And no, I'm not a hater. Yo, something's off with it. So you could have been worried about this person. Look at this. I just cut the deck. Fearless Dragon and Strength Tiger. Oh my god. No wonder this person had to do some covert crap they didn't want you to be accepted in this community, or for this person to continue with you, or it was their way to block you, or it wasn't even, yeah, I feel like somebody got tricked easily. But I feel like they were after you, or they were, I don't know, or they wanted your person for some reason, but you knew that it was a setup, or they were going to block their stability or productivity or their energy. This could be an energy vampire, y'all. Or somebody that mirrors other people's energies, takes credit for their ideas, and then devalues their ideas to them, but covertly, like, monetizes on them themselves, or, I don't like this energy, it's really gross. But anyway, miracles can happen. Ooh, look, fearless dragon. Honor, good fortune, individuality. Somebody here, it's like you didn't conform, even when you were concerned, maybe, or when you were blocked out. Like, I feel like there's a communication block here. And I feel like this was all set up by the divine, because this was a test for somebody to learn a harsh lesson and to step into their own leadership by you sticking to your throne and staying in your leadership, and not trying to chase after this group and belong because you knew you didn't and you didn't want to. But now you're the weird one because you're a loner, or you're too focused on things. You never have fun. Or whatever they spend here. They spend something to get this person to listen to them more over than you, when everything about your life supports that you have better feedback and, advice. Maybe you weren't in the best place at that time, and you couldn't, you didn't have all the details, so you couldn't quite put your finger on everything yet. But you knew that it was enough to say something. It was enough to be like, there needs to be boundaries, or, that's not who you think it is, or, and it wasn't to cause trouble. It was literally like you were being literal or something. You could have known that this would have turned out bad. Yeah. It's like, if you have the eye of a tiger, you're going to notice. you're going to see a fox, dude, and a fox is no match. That's why they work sneakily. They know that they're no match. They have to do it that way. They would never be able to take you on as a worthy opponent. They could never, because what you do is real. They have to study and scan people and deplete their... So this person isn't connected to source. They're connected to the moon, which is a powerful energy. But without source, you have to drain other people's energy. You have to drain other people to keep it going. And you have to work in the shadows. Meanwhile, when you're in the sun energy, you're connected to source. It's like you're in your true expression, y'all. And it's like nothing beats that, because it's all right there in the open. You can't dispute what's consistent, like a reputation you built that's consistent, or you can't. And it's like you're not hiding anything. It's like, well, why did you, Fox, work in the shadows? Sneaky. If it was really what you thought was the right thing, why did we do it this way? Why didn't we just put it out in the open? What's really, you gotta really take time to analyze though. Why do people do the things they do? Why is this person offering me this? Is it really because they want to help, or is there any other possibility? Before I go and do like some kind of crazy decision that will completely switch up my life. Like, somebody thought they were clever. They kept persisting with something, and they would even get backup to constantly sow seeds of doubt in somebody's mind, and then they get more people to agree with them. And I talked to Alan, and he thinks the same thing. Like that, I don't know. I guess you don't have to listen to me, but like we're worried about you. I feel like we need an intervention for you. Like, just let me pick you up. Let's take a break. Take a break away. If it's real, then it will still be there when you come back. It's reasonable for you to have boundaries and take a break. Meanwhile, during that break, they literally like block every possible way and distract you in every way and get you, feeding into your addictions, keeping you in your shadow side. And by then it's like, oh shit, it's already been like 3 months. How do I even it's like, and then you start missing collective. But it's like this person's always watching to make sure, like, that, like, they have an agenda. Something's going on. What do we need to know here, Spirit? This is very interesting. Poor, unfortunate. This person literally feels, whoever this Ursula character is, yo, they literally view people this way. They think that they're better than these poor, stupid, easily tricked. It's like, it's not my fault if you're easily tricked. It's like, it's survival of the fittest out in these streets. If you can't blame me. What do you mean I can't blame you? You went out of your way to impose yourself in my life, and constantly, repetitiously, which is a form of mind control, if you repeat something constantly, if you rewrite the narrative and then get other people to back you up that that's what happened, even though that's not what was originally said, but you've been conditioned that if you challenge what's said, there's chaos all of a sudden. So you just don't say anything. That doesn't mean that you agree with the narrative, but sadly it does. If you don't speak up and stand on no, you constantly have to correct it. Otherwise, you're complicit to what they're perpetuating. And yeah, it's like, so this person literally thinks that it's your fault, that they have every right to do what they are doing, and that they're like God's gift. Like, to even give them your time, to give you their time is like, you're lucky I even let you come around. Like, what do you mean? You wouldn't know all these people without me. Or you wouldn't have gone to this place with... What do you mean? Who cares? Yes, you would have. You would have known better people. Ugh. This is such a mind control type energy, y'all. Yeah, somebody missed the wake-up call. They kept... You know why? Because Ursula kept snoozing your alarm, like, without you noticing. Like, they would look over and make sure you're asleep, and, like, literally go on your phone and, like, silence your alarms and put on Do Not Disturb so that you wouldn't hear them. Or, like, they would take it off the charger so that it would be dead and you never would wake up. Yeah. Look, divine timing at the bottom. Something is extremely toxic and somebody's been being breadcrumbed. Yeah, and somebody wasn't going to wake up without this situation. Okay, giving minimal attention, keeping options open, vague promises, never committing fully. Pain disguised as passion, addictive patterns. Exactly. That's... If somebody claims that they're rescuing you and that they're helping you, meanwhile they're feeding into unhealthy patterns of yours and calling it fun, when prior you had stability and you were focused, that's somebody that is trying to control you in some way. I don't care what's happening. They want to keep... Because they can't control you unless they make your energy feel unstable or like you know... And how do they do that? They can lower your frequency by, you know, if you're drunk, you're not going to pay attention to what's happening. You're not going to see it. I can control you easier. If I give you a lot all of a sudden of attention and then I pull it away all of a sudden, I'm going to make you, instead of being able to focus on what you need to be focusing on and thinking about what I don't want you to be thinking about, I'm going to give you something to obsess about. When I abruptly, without clarity, like, don't explain something to you and make you ask if something's wrong, and I'll tell you that nothing's wrong, but then I won't engage with anybody at the party. I'll engage with everybody at the party besides you. And then when you bring it up again one more time and say, okay, like, is there a reason that you, like, I'm trying to talk to you and you just, like... went over to Jen and I was saying something to you first. Oh my God, like, dude, what is your problem? You're paranoid. Meanwhile, they're literally, it's all strategic. They're being extremely manipulative, evil, predatory, distracting you from where you should be or what you should be doing, devaluing what is valuable and celebrating what is generic and manufacturable and not theirs, and what benefits. Like, dude, and disguising it, dressing it up as glamorized. God, y'all. Patience required, trusting the process, perfect timing when it's meant to be. Something is meant to be. Somebody knew that. Whether this is a relationship, opportunity, maybe moving up in the world, you know, finding a compatible situation or a new group that is more productive, or, you know, one that would take away attention from this person because you're busy and you're living your life, and they don't fit into this group because they don't learn their lessons and they constantly do this crap here. So what do? They block you instead of raise the vibration, y'all. Because they have some kind of God complex or whatever this is, dude. Anyway, somebody doesn't want somebody to wake up. Somebody missed the wake-up call. So something is now or never. Somebody has to take some kind of action, y'all. This is what this is. It's time to take action. There's no more time. Divine timing is right here, y'all. That's what I'm getting. Wow, what is this? What's up, guys? What's up, y'all? What's up, Audrey? Yeah, see? This is what I'm talking about, guys. Look how this is coming out. Somebody just wanted somebody for the season. Like, they wanted to... This is Queen of Cuffing Good for Nothing energy. They wanted some kind of attention, but this is plastic smiles. So they showered you with, you know, attention and love bombing out of nowhere and made you feel like very special or appreciated, but it was just massaging your ego and glamorizing something to distract you from moving forward or staying where you should be, because you finally are getting stability, and it's making them feel some type of way, or they want something, or they don't want you to be where you are with that person or to grow. Yeah, exactly. Mando boundaries. That's the importance of boundaries, because even people you've known for 15 years, I don't care what new younger people they got to believe that they're different and whatever. They're not. This kind of energy doesn't change. There's something, they have a personality disorder. There's something off. Yeah, catfish look. Love bomb, you can't make it up. Come on now. I love this deck. This is awesome. Okay, serving no. Saying no firmly. Or no. I can't tell you that I can do that right now. I don't care how good the opportunity is. If it's an opportunity, it will be tomorrow after I think about it. Why are you pushing it? Why are you rushing me? Okay, give it to somebody else then. I'm fine with that. Because there's no, like, this is something that's going to rearrange my life potentially, or I have to consider my partner, or, I don't know, I have to read the fine print. So saying no firmly, protecting your peace, setting limits clearly. Enough is enough. It's been enough. Somebody didn't learn their lesson last time. They gave somebody another shot and they maybe burned you, collective, or like, you know, and then just, I don't know, to give somebody else a shot because all of a sudden they had interest in them. Ask yourself, why is that? Why would they have interest in you when you're in a relationship? That's a huge red flag. That's no respect. Or why would they have interest in you when they haven't talked to you for a while, when your life is going well? It's like, you know that this is a person. This feels like somebody that returned from the past, and they have, like, it's like the signs were there, but they like glamorize something to make it sound like you'd be a fool to pass up on this offer. Like, you know, what do you mean? You know I love you. I'm like the person that's been in your life the longest. Yeah, you should have been gone a while ago. That's why we didn't work out, or that's why, like, I got stability when you weren't around anymore. No offense. Yeah. I feel like somebody confused somebody. They made somebody think that the real thing was the toxic thing, or the, like, they did something here, sneaky here. And somebody missed their wake-up call, so it's like now or never energy. So let's see. Very interesting shit, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Make sure you're following your girl. Thanks so much for the taps and the interaction. If we get abruptly disconnected, know that I will sign right back on. It happens a lot around this time. So make sure that you can find me, okay? Because this reading is getting more and more interesting. And we're gonna do questions after this, okay, guys? Yeah, look, unrestrained living. So, this, if you try to have a boundary, maybe this person made you feel like then you're gonna miss the opportunity and you can't be included. Then, oh well, good luck with your new life, your boring life where you have no friends. No, that's not true. I don't have as many friends. I don't have as many things going on the weekend, but I have stability. And I'm gonna finish things now, and like, you know, I'm an adult now. That was 10 years ago, or whatever the story is. It's like there's a person here that doesn't want anyone to have boundaries. They want you to self-abandon whenever something comes up. They want no restraint, just agreement, and you know, they don't want people to start questioning things before agreeing. They don't want you to change. They don't want somebody else to have more influence over you. This is somebody who was very motivated to get you out of a situation that would require boundaries and respect and stuff to uphold it, or considering another person's. It's like when you're in a relationship. Say you used to be polyamorous, but now you're maturing, you're getting your life together, and you found somebody worth really actually dating, you know, monogamously. And, you know, it meant that you haven't, like, hung out with this group for a while, and you do miss them, but you need to have boundaries. But for whatever reason, if you were to say, well, I need to talk to my partner first, it's like they already had it all lined up in the background for everyone to be suspicious of your partner. It's like all you've been hearing lately is that. It's like, dude, you're not happy. We don't hear from you. Like, I don't like these changes on you or something. I don't know. It's like they set it up to trick you into thinking that boundaries would be not reasonable. What is this on? One more. Yeah, this person's immoral. They had you out here looking like a evil clown here. Yeah, with indiscretion and untruth. That's how they got this to happen. Whoever is this Ursula character, they need to atone, because they're not gonna like this backfire here for sure. And it's funny this is coming out on Thanksgiving. It's almost like a sense of humor that the spirit has. Because maybe somebody thought something was funny. And they had no gratitude. They just felt entitled. And they might have taken advantage of somebody that has earned something. Or they tried to block something that was actually productive or genuine and authentic with lies and untruth and immorality. They tried to contaminate it. Something that was actually the opposite of those things, something to be proud of. Somebody needs to atone. This is somebody who's used to getting away with stuff, and they have a fall guy that will not be them. So, like, if this is your friend that came around and love bombed you and made it seem like that was the winning team, and they're the ones that care about you, let's see how much they care about you, and their plan that they went out of their way to like convince you to execute. You were living your life, meanwhile all of a sudden it's like they won't leave you alone, and they get everybody involved to convince you that you're not making the right life choices. It's like, no, they should be the fall guy for that. Don't carry their shame. Oh, but you have to, because you know that one thing that you did? I'll show the collective, or I'll compromise you if you compromise me. If you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Whatever you give is what you get. You made an agreement. I didn't put a gun in your head. You made the agreement. Okay, but you manipulate. You use brainwash techniques, and you knew I trusted you, and that's low. And you put me in situations that I would make a whole clown of myself. So I'm gonna take a leap of faith that the collective, at the very least, will be proud that I chose truth, even though I'm not proud of what has happened here. And that I'm a flawed human being and I'm in regret.